Hi, my name's Theresa, and I have a question for you today. What do you see when you look in the mirror? Up to 24% of women and 17% of men say that they would give up to 3 years of their lives away in order to be thinner. This points to one thing. When we look in the mirror, we're not very friendly with what we see. Sometimes it's hard. I have cerebral palsy, and so for me, when I look in the mirror, the image is sometimes a little bit surprising. But now I have a chance to get used to what I see in the mirror and to be friends with my reflection. And I try to work on that on an ongoing basis. Another thing that's challenging about what we see in the mirror is that we know that other people see it and they may judge it. And to open our hearts and to be willing to accept ourselves when others may not is a kind of soft strength that helps us. There are two things that help me to be gentle with myself and strong with myself at the same time, even though other people may not understand about my body. You may have noticed that when my eyes are looking forward, they don't look in the same place at the same time. This is one of the effects of my cerebral palsy. As you can imagine, since it's on my face, people may tend to comment on it a lot. They ask, "Where should I talk? What are you looking at?" One important thing for me to remember is that my eyes are a miracle. Our eyes have special cells inside that help us see. You've heard of rods and cones before. There are 120 million rod cells that help us see in black and white. There are 6 million cells that help us see in color. And how thankful I am that even though my eyes might not look in the same place at the same time, knowing that they work and knowing I can see is a really big blessing. Some people can't see. They'll know other miracles. That's one way that we can talk to each other and be supportive, is to hear other stories and to hear how they experience their bodies as a miracle instead of bringing judgment to what we see about them. The other thing that really helps me is to just remember that I'm the one that gets to live in this body. And if I didn't have a body, I wouldn't have this experience. So one of my teachers says this. I dance with her, and she says that everything that happens to us happens in our bodies. Sometimes that's a challenge, again, because people judge it. But if I'm the one who's grateful and accepting, I have more space to allow myself to grow. So just as some people would say, well, I want my body to be different, they might be missing a couple of important things, such as the miracle of our bodies and also the things that our bodies allow for us. So even though it might be tempting to be tough and to not let anybody affect me, if I'm completely tough, I don't let the miracle of my body affect me either. And I don't want to miss out on that.